Causing slippery, dangerous conditions out there. Let's head over to Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy.
That line of traffic tells the story. We've been talking about these travel impacts with this storm, so it's not a surprise as visibility goes down and slick conditions become ever more present that we are going to see crashes and slide off central Utah right now as well as the south. Here's a look at northern Utah where the winds have been whipping. Live look at Cache Valley where they're going to see snow as well. But take a look at some of these wind gusts because we have new warnings when it comes to the winds. And as you can see, the gusts, Centerville at 38 miles per hour, Layton at 41. We're seeing these winds increasing, and that's going to continue. It's just one of the weather elements we're tracking at this hour. It starts though with that snow. You just saw it, and I'll tell you where it's falling. With these new warnings and advisories, I'll give you the heads up there because we've seen them upgraded, expanded, and now we've got to talk about several things, including these downslope winds, which are going to be targeting the northern Wasatch Front. They've already started. We'll look at peak wind gusts and what you need to know, and the colder air. It was in the 30s today. We've seen, speaking of cold, rain transition to snow even in Washington County. This is a look down there at Dameron Valley. Thank you to Hunter Wolf for sending it our way, and you can see that snow coming down Washington County, the southwest desert. So that'll give you an idea that this storm, it means business. It's tracking through the state, and as it moves through, counterclockwise flow, which is going to allow for that cold air to capitalize on moisture. We're seeing activity in the south, activity in the north, central Utah getting sloppy, and that is going to hold on as we get through the next several hours. Storm tracker radar pinpoints exactly where we're seeing those echoes of moisture. It does include northern Utah, Spanish Fork Canyon. We saw that camera from Thistle tells the story. We've got cold temperatures, and so this snow is going to stick quickly, and that's why we've got that winter storm warning for the southern portion of the state, even in eastern Utah, the Canyonlands and Moab cameras showing that wet weather. Okay, into Tooele County. Don't see anything falling on the ground just yet, but we know towards Spanish Fork, Provo Canyon, up towards Heber, and we're watching Logan as we see the snow filling in. It's rain and snow in southern Utah, but that's going to change as cold air takes over heading into tonight. You're seeing that mixed precipitation in Washington County and St. George proper and some portions of Kanab, but we're going to see that transition. Winter storm warning in pink. It's where the heaviest road snow is expected and the heaviest snow in general. That holds until 5 p.m. tomorrow. What you're seeing in purple, winter weather advisory. Accumulating snow, and we could see travel impacts, just not going to get as much as where we see that pink. That holds on with that winter weather advisory for northern Utah going into effect at 7 p.m. So we're not far off. Got about 45 minutes. New high wind warning. This is new as well. High wind warning with gusts between 55 and 65 miles per hour. This includes Weber, Davis, and Cache Valley, so a heads up there. Wind advisory for the rest of northern Utah. Very gusty easterly winds. This is a low pressure system will exit. Futurecast tells us by just how much. Look at these numbers on the move as we head. This is 10 p.m. We're looking at 50 mile per hour gusts from Bountiful all the way up on the model towards Ogden. We are going to see those gusty conditions even at the University of Utah. The direction of the wind as that low exits coming right over the mountain. It holds steady by 11 p.m. as we get into midnight and the early morning hours. Those gusty conditions hold steady. Secure loose objects now. Be ready for it because we're already starting to see those gusts and we know we're not done. All right. Speaking of not done, can I serve you a little snow? We're going to see it. The band really intensifies by 11 p.m. We see from eastern Utah all the way down south, but also in the north. Can't rule it out as we head into tonight. What we're keeping our eye on is the morning commute because this band of snow that you see by 4 a.m. is going to shift just a little bit as this storm exits. And that means during the morning commute, we do have the potential to see some snow. Eastern Utah stays active. We are going to see active conditions through tomorrow evening, and then the storm system will clear drier by Thursday, with temperatures staying below average. How much more snow is expected? Trace to 4 in the north. Our valley is going to pick up additional snow. I-15 corridor 4 and 7. Healthy mountain totals. The healthiest looking at an additional foot to 2 feet in the central and southern mountains. Good news for snowpack. Not great news for travel. 20s, 30 in Provo tomorrow. Below freezing in Castle Country and along the I-15 corridor. Low 40s in St. George, where yes, tomorrow morning we could start as straight snow. Washington County could see that snow turning to mixed precipitation. Temperatures way below average for the next several days, rebounding by the end of the weekend into the 50s. Here's the Wasatch Front. Snow. The morning commute could be messy. Heads up there. Only a high of 28. Gusty winds. Temperatures close to freezing. Saturday at 35, we're going to be like, whoa, that's warm. I know. It's that clip of winter. We desperately need it, but just be ready for the travel commute issues. Glenn, Emily, over to you.